Hi, it's Christina Dunnigan. Today's November 3rd. And as I've said before, the criminal abortion days were largely the days of doctors, midwives, medical professionals. The amateur self induced abortions were not the norm. And also, something that I had thought was true actually isn't true. I used to think that before legalization, if an abortionist killed a patient, they got locked up and weren't free to kill again. Nope. Today we are looking at the third abortion death attributed to the same New York midwife. So I was looking for more information about the May 17th, 1876 abortion death of a young woman named Matilda. But I found that less than 6 months later, her abortionist, a midwife named Johanna White, was implicated in the abortion death of a young woman named Mary Heineman. Now, White confessed to having perpetrated Matilda's abortion while she was held on $2,000 bond. And so there's no coverage of how she managed to be free to kill again, but she did. So Mary Heineman had been admitted to New York's Mount Sinai Hospital on November 2nd, clearly dying from peritonitis. And that evening, the coroner and a doctor took her deathbed statement. And these are Mary's words. I believe I will not live, and I make this statement. I was a servant for S. Mullinser living at 100 East 60th Street. I am not a married woman. After I found out I was pregnant, I wanted to get rid of the child. I went to Mrs. White of 269 Allen Street to have an operation performed. I went there on the evening of October 23rd and she operated upon me. It pained me very much and I went home. On October 26th, I went again to Mrs. White as I had not been relieved, meaning she hadn't yet expelled a dead baby. She then applied a rubber instrument and I left. On the evening of October 27th, I went again as nothing had passed from me. She again used instruments. On Saturday evening, hemorrhaging took place. On Sunday, I had a great deal of pain, and last Thursday morning, Dr. Hirsch came to me and attended me, but I did not tell the doctor what was the matter with me. By his advice, I was sent to Mount Sinai Hospital this morning. No one was in the room with me except Mrs. White. No one advised me to go to Mrs. White to be operated upon. I read the advertisement in the newspapers. The father of my child is a steward on board a steamer and is now not in New York. So Mary's condition continued to deteriorate and she died the morning of November 3rd, and to the end she refused to name her baby's father. Probably because she was lying about the fact that he had nothing to do with arranging the abortion and she didn't want him getting in trouble. Now, an autopsy confirmed the diagnosis of peritonitis and supported Mary's assertion that the source of the infection had been an abortion performed with instruments. Now, White was taken to the coroner's office and questioned, and she said that a woman fitting Mary's description came to her about a month earlier requesting an abortion, but she said she sent the young woman away. The Brooklyn Daily Eagle said that Mary, in spite of her Christian name, Mary, was Jewish. She was about 19 years old, of respectable parents in New Haven, Connecticut. She was working as a caregiver for the children of a Mrs. Weidsner and was highly esteemed. Now, I don't know how to reconcile the deathbed statement that Mary worked for S. Mulliner with the investigators' findings that she worked for Mrs. Weitzer, other than possible poor penmanship leading to one of the names looking like the other to the person reading them. And as I said, this was death number 3 for Mrs. White. She had been tried for the 1874 abortion death of Christine Seyfried. But, as is the case with Matilda, she seemed to just be able to get away with it.